In this video, I will be unboxing and reviewing the new NECA Bebop and Rocksteady available. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Nerdzoic. My name is Matt. We're a channel about action figure collecting, giving you everything you need to know to start a collection and maintain a collection. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We put up new videos every Tuesday and Thursday, and I'd hate for you to miss anything. Today, I got a really fun video for you guys. We're going to be reviewing the new Bebop and Rocksteady from NECA. I am so excited that I finally found these guys. I've been looking forever. In fact, I had to go on a business trip back in November when these were hitting Targets. I stopped at 14 Targets between the middle of Pennsylvania and Richmond, Virginia, and found 0. But then, I was out looking for toilet paper during the coronavirus nightmare, and I didn't find it, but I found me some Bebop and Rocksteady. So we're going to head on over to the photo booth, and let's get this guy opened and reviewed. Now, before we actually go into that, I want to show you guys the guidelines of how I like to review figures. So it's going to be a 5-point scale, and what I do is I grade it on a combination of their packaging, the sculpt, the paint job, the articulation, their scale, the accessories they come with, and what I perceive to be the overall value. Alright guys, enough talking, let's get this sucker opened. Let's start off by talking about the packaging on this thing. So the packaging is just like the other Turtle 2-packs that have come out from NECA based on the cartoon. Nice, big, bulky, lots of colors, kind of color like the Turtle Van. The only complaint I have is the artwork they use for Bebop and Rocksteady on the front here, because it is not based on the cartoon. They look like a couple of comic book dudes, thugs if you will. But they're packed in there nice. If you're a mitten box collector, you can actually see them. You probably see my reflection here. I apologize for that. Still kind of a newbie at the filmmaking thing. Let's get these suckers open and see how they look. One thing I love about the packaging is that they come with these cardboard dioramas that you can use for photography. And as someone who likes to indulge in his figure photography sometimes, these are great. I mean, they're not perfect, but they look pretty good, don't they? You gotta zoom in a little to get it right, but for the most part, I like them. So I finally got these guys open. And as is kind of the usual for NECA, these things were packaged like they were part of Fort Knox. My goodness. My goodness. So both of these guys look pretty awesome. So we're going to do one at a time here to review them. Alright, I added in some lighting for you guys to see Mr. Bebop a little bit better. But let's take a look through him. So he looks pretty freaking awesome. So taking a quick look here, the sculpt is fantastic. They really nailed this. I have such great memories watching the Ninja Turtles as a kid and buying the toys. Kitty City, I remember picking them all up there. I actually started collecting the 88 set carded recently. I'm 4 into the original 10. That is not a cheap set to collect. Now these are more for the adult collector than they are for kids. I mean, kids could play with these, but they're going to break them really quickly. They're not meant for that. The joints are pretty tight, and I'll go through them in more detail here in a moment. Just want to give you guys some good shots of these dudes. And there's add some Rocksteady in there for it, why not? I feel like, didn't Rocksteady have a hat? I'm going to have to look into that. You know what? He didn't have a hat. He had a hat later on, but not in the original cartoon. So let's see how well these guys stand. Oh, we went dark. Sorry about that, folks. Noob here. Noob camera person. So let's see here. So Bebop stands okay. Rocksteady, not as much. So looks like they take some work to get those guys to stand. So that's a little disappointing, actually. So going through the scoring on this. So as far as sculpt goes, this sculpt's fantastic. I can't see any complaints on it at all. So I'm going to give the sculpt a 5 out of 5. Packaging, which we talked about a few minutes ago, I really enjoyed it. I like the big window box, and my goodness, is it bigger than the other ones. But because of the crappy artwork, that's only getting a 4 out of 5. Let's take a look at the paint jobs. So we got Mr. Bebop here. It looks pretty evenly applied. I like the bright purple, and then the glasses, and oh, that's some creepy crap right there. Look at those eyes. Eyes only a mommy would love. I don't even think my mom would love them. Looks like a real chain, too. This doesn't come off, but it is, you know, pretty sturdy plastic. Looking good, Bebop. I like your paint job, bro. Let's take a look at Rocksteady's paint job. Captain, I don't stand very well, Rocksteady. Again, vibrant colors. I like the use of dark lines throughout. It gives it a very cartoony look. At first glance, when I saw the turtles and saw they had this, I wasn't a fan, but it's grown on me. So for paint job, I'm giving this, guys, again, 5 stars out of 5 possible. As far as the articulation goes, this is where I'm a little disappointed. I mean, it's not bad. We got wrist joints on Rocksteady. We got an elbow. Looks like a bicep there. And then a shoulder, but they're really tight. One of the tricks I know that can help out with these NECA figures is the paint sometimes it globs together. So if you take a, sorry Bebop, if you take a blow dryer and heat them up a little bit, it'll loosen the joints because the paint ends up distributing itself a little bit more evenly by going into the recesses. So that's his arm. Very little head articulation. Very little. Legs, what do we got here? We got a hip, a knee. Well, we got a knee, but my goodness. Looks like a single jointed knee. Yeah, single jointed knee and an ankle. Okay, not terrible, not great. Can you stand now? Stand. There you go. And he's down. All right, Bebop. Hands. It looks like exactly the same. He's got a little bit more abdominal rotation to him, but not much. Same really tight joints. My goodness, how's your abdominal rotation? Let's see. Again, very tight, but you swivel at the abdomen. One thing, and Pixel Dan pointed this out on his review, this is just kind of glued on there. That's a little scary. I can see that falling apart, so be careful with that, guys. So for articulation, Bebop and Rocksteady here have earned a solid 4 out of 5. If we could get the joints not so tight, that would bring us up some. Scale-wise, these dudes are huge. Like, I feel like they're out of scale. They're part of the 7-inch NECA scale, but they just seem too big. So I went on and I tried to find some footage of the cartoon to see them standing against people. And in the cartoon, they were about the same height as Shredder and like 1.5 heads taller than the turtles. So let's see how they compare. So first off, the Shredder. We'll stick him right behind him. And there goes Bebop. Let's lift him up. So he's a little bit shorter than them, so that's about right for scale. Let's take a look at a turtle. Man, you guys are just killing me with the standing here. All right, there's Raphael. Holy moly, and look at that. Pretty much perfect. It's almost 2 heads. It's close. I can't tell if Bebop's a little bit too big or if Raphael's a little bit too small. But I'll take it. I'm going to give him full points on this one. 5 out of 5 on scale. Let's take a look at the accessories these dudes come with. See you, Raph. You're not part of this. You either, Shredder. All right, you guys want to try to stand for me for a bit? Can you do that? Maybe? What do you think? Stay. Can't tell you how disappointed I am in the inability of these guys to stand. All right, I think I got them. All right, they stand. It's a miracle. And they're down. All right, so let's talk about the accessories they come with. They each come with one of these full-on automatic rifle guns for killing turtles and things. They also got a Dimension X style blaster each. And then each come with 2 sets of extra beefy hands, as we can kind of see there. Hands. Show you guys those hands. Yeah, they got hands, and you can see Rocksteady just being a lazy bum there, because that's what he does, apparently. And then they come with a single, where did I put it? There it is, communicator. I actually broke it, the version that I have that came with Krang. I wish they came with 2 of these, so that's my only complaint as far as accessories go. 4 out of 5 stars. Lastly, value. So value-wise, I love these guys. They're great. I think they're totally worth the price. But for the price we're paying, I would expect the articulation to be a little bit more refined, and I'd expect that the accessories, I thought there'd be more. The turtles came with more than I know what to do with. I would love to have another communicator come with these guys. And really, the thing for value that hurts it the most is the inability of these guys to easily stand. If you're going to make figures that don't stand well, include a stand with them. Include one of those little peg foot stands. Because that's ridiculous. I love you, NECA, but I'm sorry. No. All in all, I do highly recommend you add these guys to your collection, despite the fact that I'm not too happy with the inability to stand. Taking a look at my scoring model, they scored really highly, coming in at 4.5 total stars. Buy it. Right, boss. Guys, if you're not collecting this NECA Turtles line that's based on the cartoons, you're collecting wrong, especially if you're a Turtles fan. So, pick up this Bebop and Rocksteady if you can find them. If not, you're going to have to submit to the whims of eBay and pay for it. Either way, this is something that's a must-have in your collection. Until next time, stay nerdy and subscribe.